Welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast, where we discuss and analyze your favorite marble sports. From JMR Marble League to Algodu tournaments, we'll make sure you never miss the action. All marble sports, all the time, right here on the MSW Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast. That name is too long. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Commander Wolf.
Yes, he is. Mr. Waff. I remember, when did I change that? When did I say to you that you will be Mr. Waff?
I'm pretty sure it was the first episode, the first episode, I think you asked me before we started, how you pronounce it, and I told you it's like Woof. And so you did try, I think, for most of that episode, if not the entire episode. But then the next episode, you just cut.
Wow, you just cut out.
Oh, did you cut out for? Wow, that's what happened before. Well, I'm not gonna
I wonder, did you actually explain that? And then, in the episode, it's just gonna sound like me cutting into your conversation?
I did. Yeah, that's exactly what was happening.
That's funny. Anyways, don't explain it again. The viewers know, so I'll just pretend like I know. Wait, let me do my pretend reaction to I pretended like I did hear what you said.
Okay.
All right,
okay.
Ready? So I'm gonna pretend like this is this is the intro, so we experiment. I'm gonna pretend like I heard what you said, even though I didn't, and then do a reaction.
Okay.
Ready? That's really funny, Mr. Waff. Dude, I remember that. Dude, that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe that, dude. What? Damn. Yeah. Anyways, while we're here in the intro, just wanted to quickly let you know that MSWAL, or the Algodu League, is going great. It's going great. Casino. Yeah, they know the names of the events. I put it in the first video. Casino Night looks great. The Battle Ring is almost ready for this Friday. So I'm just super excited about these events. I hope you guys go check them out on the YouTube. And any little mistakes you might have grabbed from the first episode, the video editing will continue to get better each time. So just hang in there, pick your favorite marble, and enjoy the shows, guys. enjoy the shows, guy. I should have said enjoy the show, guys. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Whatever. This is the intro. I'm sick of my talking. Let's go to Johnny Marble and hear the news.
Hello, Marble Sports fans! I am Johnny Marble, back at 100% to bring you the news for MSW. Now, guys, I'm excited. My voice is back. I can yell as loud as I want. But besides that, I must relay to you the news. Let's go. So, JMR has released a special highlights video for the Savage Speeders in preparation for the Marbula 1 tournament coming very soon. And they have announced they have plans to release a few more for some of the more popular teams to both build up hype and to inform newcomers about what those teams have accomplished. Now, if I'm for one hoping, I hope the O Rangers get one. I'm a big O Rangers fan myself, so that'd be cool. Also, maybe, just maybe, Oceanics. I'm just saying, they're a little, down there a little bit, but hey, I like them. In other news though, the first event of MSWAL 1v1 racing has concluded, and our first ever winner is Badger, followed by Black Eye and Grapefruit. While there were some issues with the cameras during the night section of the event, the great background decor added a lot to the atmosphere, and is something that we haven't seen for most other Algodo races ever. The future of the MSWAL is looking bright, but hey, you know what else is looking bright? This podcast, because I'm done with the news. So hey, let's take it back to Brendan. You have been great. I've been Johnny Marble, and tell them hello.
Welcome back from the news. Thank you, Johnny Marble. We are here in episode 32. And we're doing this. This is take two. This is take two, by the way, guys, because we did take one, and then one of our special guests that we have to reintroduce got upset because she could hear herself talk as she was talking, which I got to be honest is very annoying. I will admit it's annoying. So I'm not going to cast aspersions. Is that the word? Are we going to do a spelling challenge again? Let's do a spelling challenge. Before the guests, right here. Spelling challenge. Aspersions. Okay.
Aspersions? Oh my gosh,
Shut up,
Brendan.
Waff. Okay, aspersions. Let's do it. Okay. Aspersions. Sound it out. Aspersions. All right.
Oh.
A. S-P.
S-P.
Hey, stop. Hey, this is
oh,
my
you're doing
time.
it. Okay.
A-S-P. I know you know how to spell. A-S-P-E-R. Aspersions. Oh, gens. It's like a A-S-P-E-R-S-I-O-N-S. Aspersions. Did I get it? I don't know. Is that right?
I don't know.
Is that right? Aspersions? Oh, XCamo wants you to have a good life from the live chat. Says that is correct. Aspersion. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Do
know.
we have an applause? Can we get an applause in like the editing?
Brendan, what are you doing?
We did a spelling challenge. You know, I did this back in with Paradigm. Remember from that episode?
That was not a challenge. That was you ranting about some guy who couldn't pronounce the word paradigm.
All right, fine. Okay.
Anyways.
Back from the spelling challenge, guys. We have our special guest on. She is the one who provided the exciting animations from episode 25. They were incredible. You go check that out on the YouTube channel. They accompanied some clips from past episodes when we arranged all those for the special. The animations were unbelievable. Definitely some of the best I've seen, especially for Marble Sports. So big thanks to her and a big welcome to her. Calls herself Piney on Discord. Welcome, Piney, to the podcast for the second time. How are you doing today?
I'm all right.
It's good.
That's good.
It's good.
Good.
And we are going to begin with our usual question that we ask all our new guests. How did you get into Marble Sports?
Well, I was just on Twitter one night a few years ago, and I saw a video that was a clip from a sand marble rally. So I opened the tweet to look for the YouTube channel it came from, and then I watched all of the sand marble rally that night.
That's a great idea.
Was
it a dark and stormy night?
I don't remember. It was December.
Well, that's
Whoever
interesting.
gets
I've
that,
never
good for
heard
you.
of I've never heard of a story where someone came from Twitter and found it there. That's an interesting one.
I know, I don't really do YouTube, so
Oh, now you do.
this is the only channel I'm subscribed to, I think.
Is JMR?
Yeah,
Wow.
but only because of when they had to rebuild the channel, I wanted to help them out.
Okay, I got you.
One
And
of
I'm just still
500,000.
subscribed.
I got you.
That's great. Yeah, actually, it's a news story. It's a news story. So it's good to hear that people got into Marble Sports, which is only on YouTube, through ways besides YouTube. That's pretty much what we're getting at here. Anyways, before we get into one of our main topics, which is, of course, Marbula 1 and a rant that I have, one good question came from the live chat that I think would be fun for us to answer. And the question was from S-Man. He was on episode something.
14 and 31?
Oh, the
Wait,
one
no,
that I
no,
have
or
to
thir-
release still.
30.
Right.
Oh, yeah, 31, yeah, 31.
30.
Wait,
No,
30,
31 was
30,
MFA. It was
30,
30,
30.
yeah. Wow. See how much time we can pass just by being confused? He said that we should all say if we had to meet someone from this community in real life, or if we could, assuming it wouldn't, had to sounds like it's a punishment, but if we could meet somebody from this community that we know only in Discord in real life, who would it be?
For me, the obvious answer is Johnny Marble, because
Oh, wow.
that guy is amazing. I love him. He's great. I want to see the man behind the voice. That'd be so great.
I do too. I'll have to search for his Instagram. I'll have to ask him. He'd probably give me his Instagram or something if I asked for it. I just want to see what he looks like. I see him as this. I don't know, this news reporter looking guy, just I don't know, always looking excited and happy, and everything is the best thing ever. I don't know. He's a cheerful guy. He's a great guy. What about you, Piney?
I don't know if anyone that I want to meet is anyone that listeners would know, or at least people who aren't in the Discord, I have my friends, but I don't think they even listened. Most of them even listen to this.
So we're talking in the Marble sports community?
Know.
Yeah. So you're saying, so you know people outside of the whole MSW
outside
world,
of this
just
server?
Yeah. Are you talking more you have a lot of friends in JMR server and stuff?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I can't really say.
I guess some of them then.
Yeah.
You'd like to meet all of them. Meet all of them.
Yeah. At the MarbleCon 2025.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is great that you knew.
How
did you know that?
There are two certainties on this podcast. 1, the intro. 2, MarbleCon 2025. Okay,
that's absolutely
that's kind of an exaggeration. You haven't mentioned it every episode.
That you should write that one down though, Mr. Roth, because you need some of those.
Yeah. I get you.
Write down what you said. Yeah, because you don't have many write that downs, and I appreciated that comment. I mean, come on, guys, it's going to happen. MarbleCon 2025. As long as I stay in this community to 2025, I think that we're going to be able to arrange that situation.
You really think you have that much influence?
I think that if Melicus decided to do that, he'd certainly need my help. Why?
Okay.
You might ask why.
Okay.
You might ask why. You might ask why. You might ask why. Okay.
I mean, you came up with the idea for the whole Marble convention in the
first of all,
place.
it was my idea. Yes, it was my idea first off. And Melicus was like, yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Me and Melicus used to be on better terms, I'll say that. But though if they decided to do this, they decided to do a MarbleCon 2025, an actual convention where every it's a whole place of just devoted to the thing, it would be a terrible convention if it only it wouldn't be terrible, but it would be very, very kind of one track and boring if it only focused on one channel. I mean, JMR you can do a lot with, but it's a whole convention of marble sports, so it'd be very, very confusing if it was just the one channel. Because granted, that would be the star of the convention because they're certainly the best at it. But it wouldn't. When you have a convention about something, you usually have multiple different groups. Even though you might have a main group who's the best at whatever it is, but you have multiple different groups kind of showing all their different aspects of it. And the podcast is certainly a enjoyed aspect of it, as well as the fact that by the time 2025 will come, assuming that I'm staying in the community, my channel would probably be bigger than it is now. So
I mean,
I'd say just to put a MarbleCon together, you need more than one channel. You need probably 3 or 4 of the top Marble Sports channels, because it's just, I don't know. Imagine if you went to a convention for Star Wars and there was no fan stuff there. It was just the canon stuff. There's a couple of booths up about the canon stuff, and they just talked about that. But there was no different areas where you could go interact with fans or see what fan work was. I mean, people like that stuff. So I don't know. I feel like that makes a convention bigger too, and you can sell a lot more stuff. And I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, but
I think I get. Well,
it makes sense.
There are other conventions so there's a YouTube channel called Blind Wave, and they're a reaction and review channel, and they actually have their own little con called WaveCon. But what they do is they have it's a fan meetup thing, but where they do things not just panels, but they hang out, they play games, they do other stuff JMR could do a small convention that just involves their channel and fans coming to meet them, but you're right, it would be more interesting if they had involved several other channels.
Also, yeah, even if they did, one thing JMR doesn't do, because they make all the marble sports is do the news and the analysis and the panels about the marble sports. Like, like they wanted to cook up a news thing, but it's just so much work to put together what they do that they just don't have the time, I think, because I knew of some plans of that, but that didn't come to
that was
fruition.
that was MSPN's job originally.
Yeah, but
anyways,
anyways, back to our.
Can we steer the conversation somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
To our guests. I didn't answer. Let me answer real quick. The person I think that I would love to meet from this community. Oh, that's a good one. Who would I really want to meet?
And they did, and S-Man did say that except for me, so you can't just like pick me as a cop out answer.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't pick you anyway.
Oh, okay.
No, Mr. Waff, I've already met you. I've been to your bowling alley.
No, okay. Everybody's confused. One, I don't own a bowling alley. Two, we have not met. Brendan, people are actually gonna think that I own a bowling alley, and it's very concerning.
I know. And they're going to want to come, and they're going to want to knock some pins down, and you're going to be like, I don't own a bowling alley. And then all of a sudden, they'll be like, you're a fraud, bro. I don't know. I don't know who I'd want to do. Probably Gel Baker, maybe. Damn, right? And Dion. I respect Dion's business side of the whole thing that people ignore a lot. Like, it's a lot, like, all the advertising and stuff, and all this, like, the little sponsorships and stuff he gets, and that kind of stuff is really... the channel continues because he can do that. So both of them I'd want to meet. And Greg Woods. Oh, Greg Woods, definitely Greg Woods.
Oh, that's true.
I love doing commentary. And
wasn't the question people on Discord?
Well, they are technically on.
Greg Woods. Then I guess my answer Discord. Is also Greg Woods.
Yeah,
I mean,
we actually had him on. I've out of everybody in this community, besides of course JMR themselves, I've met him the most because I had him on the episode 24 with Greg. We had an exciting half-hour conversation, like just me and him. Oh, that was the best. Oh, I can't even recount that. You jealous? I don't know. It was very good. It was to hear like some of his stories and stuff, but. Anyways, let's plow ahead with the podcast. Get to Marbula 1 here. We had a big sidetrack there, but so we go into Marbula 1, and so my rant from before I mentioned is I really hope that with the Savage Speeders highlights video that came out, go watch it by the way if you haven't. I hope they don't have to do all 15. I don't know if you knew what the rant was because you said you might have known what the rant was, Mr. Waff. But I hope they don't have to do all 15 of the other teams competing in Marbula 1 release a video on their highlights before we get Marbula 1. Because if they have to do that, then I'm going to be angry.
So that's not what I thought you were going to rant about. But they did post in their community tab that it would be about the more popular teams. So not all of them. Because like, there's not enough highlight stuff for some of the teams that, like Limers, for instance, have had very little to no good performances to highlight, so they couldn't really make a video about them.
Rude. See, you said that on purpose.
But Brendan, it's true, and you can't deny that.
And what about Momo? What has Momo done? Okay,
Momo got 4th in the first year, and they also had that one instance where like they're the most they have the most drama surrounding them, so they're the most entertaining to watch, and from that perspective.
All right, yeah, because their highlights could be a bunch of injuries.
Hey, it's at least it's something entertaining besides losing over and over again.
That's so mean. Okay, but like no Oceanics, right?
Oh, no Oceanics, jeez, that'd be a highlight reel and a half.
Anyway, Piney, what did you think about the highlights videos?
In general.
Yeah, in general, like I think Savage Speeder is the only one that's come out, but like just the fact that they're making them and
I think it's a good idea, but obviously they're not going to have enough content for some teams.
Like
I meant to mention like I do think it's a really cool thing, both to remind old fans of some of their accomplishments and stuff, as well as to introduce new fans who just come in like in the middle of a season to catch up real quick on some of their stats and stuff, so they like finish up like. I came in, I think, in the middle of, around the end of the 2017 Marble Olympics, I believe. Was it 2018? It was 2018 or 20. I did this on the same episode that I came in. Gosh dang it! I think it was 2018. That was the winter one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
an-
So basically, I came in, I think, during one of the middle events, and like I want to go watch the rest of this. So I went all the way back to 2016, binged all the way up to where I left off, and then finished the season.
Smart.
But not everybody will do that because the quality was not. Admittedly, while it was still very good, especially for compared to other marble racing, it's not as good as it currently is, and so some people might not be able to want sit through the older videos, and they just want to know about the teams enough to watch the current season instead. And I get that. So it's a nice video style idea for people who are just getting into the channel.
Yeah, and I get that. And when I first started watching, I did not like Marble Olympics at all. I was
Really?
like, this is annoying. This is terrible.
That-
What?
Actually, I put off watching the Marble Olympics
Exactly.
because it was
yeah.
called that. Then I'm allowed to say Marble Olympics.
Yeah,
I
that's
put
what
off
I
watching
say
that
too,
after
yeah.
I watched SMR, just because it looked
Yeah.
way too weird for me. It's like, this is such a dumb idea. I just want to watch them roll down a hill.
Yeah, I want to hear this guy comment on this. I wanted to feel. Yeah, and I get that too because I watched SM because I remember I was back in like 7th, 8th grade or like that era of time. I don't even know. And I was kind of like, it was coming off the YouTube binge of those Rube Goldberg contraption thingies. and
Yes.
I think I did this whole explanation back in like the first episode or something, the first episode of the whole thing. But it was coming off binging that. I was binging those. I was trying to find cool ones of those. I kind of went back and forth between like dominoes and I never liked dominoes as much as the ones where the beach ball would fly from the top of the building down and hit the bell that would like trigger the ball that would like touch the printer and print out a picture that would like say like subscribe to the channel, bro, and then like the paper from the printer would hit like the domino and it would knock down and like it would hit the bucket that would like fill with water from wherever the water came from, and the water would go down and it would make a marble roll. Ooh, marble. And it would probably a limer, of course, and it would roll and like do something contraption-y. So like that, probably not all that explanation necessary for this, but yeah, I was into those. And then that's where because like I like the whole marble thing. I just like to watch things roll. I was an 8th grader, so I kind of came across the video, and I just liked how the commentary went with it. Because I always like was obsessed with commentary. I always loved to listen to the commentary. I love to do commentary, and so that's how I got into some more. But I looked at Marble Olympics. I was like, what is this? What is this? I don't want to see these like literally one video from 2016 was just marbles doing like long jump, which is literally just a marble going off a ramp and landing. And I was like, what? Really? People watch this? Damn. But it was more about when I started watching a couple of the videos and then started to get into the teams and like was like, oh, I love that one team there.
Yeah,
I hope that team does
same.
good next time. That's when I was like, okay, now it's time. Yeah, I may not like long jump or something for whatever reason. Now it's time to go back because I really want the who was my first favorite team? Probably like the Rojo Rollers or something. I don't know. I want them to do good or whatever. So yeah, that's that.
Interesting. I don't think I ever knew that you were adverse to the Marble League, or I guess Marble Olympics at the time. I don't think I ever heard that story. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's something else. People get into it. I guess similar for Piney. I mean, I do want to ask you, Piney, before we go to trivia or whatever. You really started to get into some of the art and the editing. As you see from episode 25, check it out and subscribe. The editing and things like that in marble sports. How did you get into that community of like the pictures and the videos and things like that? That kind of creation. Did you like meet other people doing it or like what happened?
No, I went to art college.
Whoa,
I have a
nice.
degree in that, so that's just something I already did. I didn't start animation until last year, but I'm self-taught at
Wow.
that. But I just
Self-taught. Wow.
felt
'cause
like
they
that.
look
That
real
was just
good.
something I did on a whim.
Was that your
The
first
animation.
animation work, by the way?
No, it was the first one with keyframes.
I can't imagine doing without keyframes. Like, I remember I tried.
It's much better with keyframes.
I remember if our friends remember the little transition segment for the news segment thing. At first, I was taking frame by frame shots where I just adjusted the position of the marble, and then I realized, wait a minute, there's gotta be an easier way of doing this. And then I discovered keyframing by accident because I remember hearing about it, and it made things so much easier. I can't imagine making animations frame by frame. Like that's old school animation, and I gotta tip my hat
frame
to
by
that.
frame. Wow, that must take like literal years.
I haven't done anything more than a few seconds long. That way.
Yeah.
That way, yeah. Okay.
That's crazy. Is there I've always been interested in that original way of doing it frame by frame. Does it actually like give a more original, better looking animation than with keyframes, or is it just kind of like not really a difference, so it's not worth doing?
It's kind of subjective.
Yeah, people will say like, oh, like about how like hand drawn animations are better, but I think nowadays it's more agreed upon that it's simply different. Like if you through hand drawn animations, on the one hand, like you can plan out every single minor like tweak and movement, but it gives more opportunities to mess up. And so, like,
right, that's true.
It's very tedious. It's very hard work to do. Like, if you've seen any of the old behind the scenes stuff for some of the older, I think they're called the Golden Age Disney movies back when they did those hand drawn animations. And
so you're talking about like the wet noodle type animation, like in Cuphead, like that kind of animation.
Yeah,
was that more hand drawn?
That's
like
that's all.
As far as where
that's all.
It's kind of like
they're all hand drawn.
Yeah. Oh, so that's kind of like what it would look like, all floppy sometimes.
Yeah, and like 3D animate, like there have been like people who like Studio UFO Table, like UFO Table. They're a Japanese company. They actually do rotoscoping, which is an old technique that's been around for a lot of years. Basically, they make 3D animations, but then they overlay the 2D over it, and they can make the 2D animation flow with it. Kind of. It's really crazy how they do it. But like,
that's crazy.
You can combine the two styles together. So like, it's not really that one is objectively better than the other. It's just kind of like, I think it's more about appreciating the amount of effort it took in the old days to make it look as fluid and good as it did, compared to now how much easier, relatively speaking, it is now. Yeah,
I agree, and I think I don't know. The art always wows me in the community. I gotta be honest. Your art, Piney, and as well as all the other people, I don't even know how you guys do it sometimes. The animations and stuff. Like what do you use, by the way? Do you use After Effects?
Just Photoshop. I can't afford
Photoshop?
After Effects. Yeah.
You do all that in Photoshop? I have like After Effects and all the Adobe stuff like literally at my fingertips because my school like has all of it. So I can
I used to, but then I graduated.
My animation quality is like 0 compared to. How do you do that with Photoshop? Like how?
With the timeline feature?
Wait, there's a time.
Anyways, so you're also the official artist for MSPN, right? Isn't that correct?
Yeah, I do thumbnails.
So yes, they look good too. Like they're all great. Like
I've done 2 because they only have 2 episodes out.
All 2 of them.
They only have the 2 episodes.
Exactly.
So.
All right. Well, so okay, let's try moving on to a different topic. Piney, would you like to talk about your favorite teams? Totally didn't see that in the text chat. Totally didn't see that in the text chat.
I'm just trying to steer the conversation to something more relevant.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Oh, right.
Do that.
Right.
Keep us on track because we need something to talk about.
I guess it's weird. Because I don't know. I guess I gotta like put myself in like our guests. I don't. Yeah. Well, if you weren't here, I don't know how I'd get through words sometimes. But I gotta put ourselves in our guests' footsteps or foot shoes or lens or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Put myself in empathize. I don't know. Do that because sometimes I realize that like even though me and Waf have expressed our favorite teams multiple times, our guest certainly has not because they're guesting and they haven't been on yet. So yeah, I'm glad that you did put that hint in there because I wouldn't have realized that so far into the
They were talking about it in live chat. So that's the only reason I was that
empathy?
specifically.
Okay.
I should keep a higher eye on
Okay. Raspberry Racers. Thoughts?
I think they won my heart during 2019. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really started liking them. Like at first when I remember when they in like 2018 or 2017 when they were introduced to the Limers, like, oh, look at this team. No, it was 2018. Like, we're like, look at this team with a rivalry, and it's like, okay, really? Like, this is like fabricated rivalry with Raspberry Racers. But then this year they were doing so good. I was like, oh my gosh, like I really want to see them win this thing actually. And, like,
Aww.
that was so great. It was so great. I was so happy for them. It was awesome.
I don't think anyone expected that to be the like standout team.
Oh yeah, like it was a sophomore team of all things too.
Well, it always is, but
except for the first year. The first year, everybody was a freshman, so there was
duh.
What is this, Marble College now? We say rookie and veteran, and those are the words, right?
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah,
sophomore
I definitely was
specifically,
surprised
it's always the team that was a team that was new the year before. But it's like the Hazers were like didn't the Hazers get a couple golds the year before?
Yes, but the Hazers often went unnoticed because they would kind of sit where Mellow Yellow sits, third place, fourth place, that area.
I'm talking about in 2018. Their performance was more noticed than Raspberry Racers.
Raspberry Racers weren't that great. They were
they were
2018, right?
They were completely mediocre, and that was one of the reasons that I liked them, because it's really fun to cheer for a team that you don't know like how they're gonna perform.
Like the underdog thing, I get that. Like it is fun to cheer for an underdog because you don't in Marble Mayhem, Polygon is one of the worst competitors, but every time I'm kind of like, I want to root for Polygon to win, like, cause like I think it would be so cool. And like there's times like, is this actually gonna happen? And then Polygon always drops the ball, and it's depressing. It's sad.
I can't wait for that kind of story to come to the Algodoo League, like where we have the worst and the best marbles, and we have marbles that always win and marbles that win less of the time.
We have that already with MS, like Marble Mayhem. Like Tydad is easily the worst performing marble. It's so sad.
Yeah, well, that's because he's an ad for Tide.
Yeah.
I don't know how that got into the marble.
It came out during the meme of eating Tide Pods.
Oh my god, that was a weird meme.
That was a very weird meme.
But
anyways, back to marbles.
Yep, I was certainly surprised at the Raspberry Racers' performance. I did notice them. Like, I appreciate their skill. I was more of a Green Ducks. Like, I was more kind of like you in 2018, me in 2019, rooting for a team who I didn't know how good they were yet. Like, that was exciting for me, especially since the Green Ducks were like an on-the-win prediction based on the qualifiers. Still stand by. I was the first one to really take their lead there, their side on winning, and then like tracking them through the whole thing and thinking, oh my god, they're so close. They're actually in first. They're in second, and the Raspberry Racers then kind of like battling them. So I noticed them, but like because I was rooting for the Green Ducks, it kind of was opposition, and like I'm a Limers fan, right? So like, but like I don't feel. I agree about the rivalry thing because I don't really feel hatred towards Raspberry Racers because I'm a Limers fan, because I don't really feel the rivalry.
I never feel hatred towards the other fans, but I can hate the team.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Go all
I mean, like, I don't hate the Raspberry Racers because I'm a Limers fan, because I just feel like the rivalry is not that, it's not outright, and we don't see it a lot. And I think it was just kind of.
That was more of a 2018 thing. Like, that was never even, like, discussed in 2019 at all.
I think it was referenced once by Greg Woods during the qualifiers because they were actually competing together.
I mean, during the relay, obviously, but because when the fans were trying to like throw debris at the Raspberry Racers track.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh, remember
right.
do you remember my rant on that?
I do.
Where I got upset with the Limers for throwing debris in the field.
And then you said the Limers suck.
I know that one.
No. But those weren't like. I was upset because they were throwing debris. Check those out on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment. Sorry. the point I was making though is that like the Limers actually performed well in that event. The what was it, the block push or something, and then they were throwing debris. I was like, it was so badly timed.
No, it was relay.
But like whatever, I
and
remember
they were like they were 12th. I checked.
Yeah, it was in the animation where like it shows
Exactly.
it shows like my marble thinking, and then like above it shows like the Limer's position of like 12th. Like, what the heck is Brandon talking about?
No, but I'm saying like they did good in the block push or something. Whatever event it was like just happened or just in, they actually got like second in that particular event. So I was like, okay, it's looking up actually. So why get angry?
I get you.
Like when things.
Well, they weren't angry because of performance. They were just angry because they hate a specific team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, like they were trying to, like, I think, play up the fact that
the
they're
invented
rivals.
rivalry.
Yeah. Which
But then again,
it didn't
invented.
like. Yeah. And it's just
Who
because
cares?
Like,
There's a lot of that's invented.
Yeah, it's just because
The whole thing is technically invented.
That's
Yeah.
true. Fair.
Fair is fair.
But like they picked them specifically because they were both named after fruits. That was the only reason.
Yeah, that's kind of true. And the arrangers were too good for them, so they had to go with raspberry racers.
Yeah.
But actually, the raspberry racers. Wow, I feel like the words just left there. The raspberry racers and the arrangers would make a good rivalry because they're both fruits and both substantially better than the Limers.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they originally were the rival of the Limers and not the Arrangers because the Limers were the worst team. And they hadn't performed yet, like in 2018, like during the draw or whatever when they first brought that up. It's like they hadn't performed yet, so they didn't know they were a better team than the Limers, so it's a safe bet to just make them the Limers rival instead of Rangers.
You're saying the Limers are bad, but we haven't even seen Marbula 1 yet. I mean, Limers are going to kill it in Marbula 1.
Who cares about one competition when they're bad in all the rest of them?
You're saying all the rest of them. You're saying all the rest of them. The Limers like are older than the Raspberry Racers.
That means nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it means a lot.
To quote the great and wise Brendan, the Limers suck.
Here we go. Why do we always like take my words and throw them back at me? How do you know that?
Because it was an animation. I'm never forgetting that.
That was a good animation. I will give you that, especially with Piney here. That was a great animation.
That wasn't even on the priority list. I just wanted to do that one.
Yeah, it was amazing. I'm glad you picked that so much.
You know what my favorite part was about the animations, though? That added value to the first clip where it had the Forsaken Neon intro music. That's the song, by the way, if you were wondering. The first intro music I used. And you did kind of that thing that, like, advanced movies or shows or TV shows do, where they have, like, clips from all other clips kind of very quickly in the beginning. I loved that so much. Like, as the music played, you kind of saw different parts of the clips to come.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. I love that.
Thank you.
That was, like, that was unexpectedly my favorite part of the whole animation. I don't know why.
The part I didn't even animate.
Oh man, this is becoming the Praise Piney podcast.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
The Triple P podcast.
Well, yeah, it does have alliteration. Oh no spelling challenge again. But it does have alliteration. So that was good.
Oh man.
I almost did a spelling right there. That would have been a interesting spelling, especially since they already did a spelling, and like we don't do a spelling every time. And by the way, anyone who knows where I take that from, comment that, and I'll give you like $5. Because if you actually know where I take that spelling challenge random thing from, then you're awesome. Does anyone live chat? Does anyone know where I get that from? By the way, while we're on that, probably not.
If only I knew, because you never paid me for the animations.
Oh wow.
Did that sound like I was moving away?
Anyways, we are
awesome
thankful for that. By the way, like that was a lot of work for this, just for out of the goodness of your heart, and we appreciate that tremendously. And if we do ever have you back again, I would hope, like, it probably wouldn't be as many animations, but we would definitely like pay you for it, because like you clearly good enough for it.
Payment what?
Hey, you got if
no, in all honesty, I'd pay you, because now big announcement. We'll just jump right into the announcement before the trivia, because it applies to this in the payment situation. I'm going to be doing commentary for Fubica, so that might get me some payment, which means I can turn and give it to my Marvel people for help. Pay art, exactly. I agree, Piney. Who was on the podcast live and typed into live chat. Pay artists. I do pay artists because they're really good at what they do.
They are.
Why didn't I? Because I didn't have the money to do so, and my words to live by are: get it free if you can, pay if you have to.
Oh my god.
No. Tell me that's a bad philosophy. Tell me.
It's a bad philosophy.
Well,
How?
okay, most people, if you ask them for free art, they aren't going to give you, or most of the people who want to work for free aren't going to give you very good work most of the time.
That is true.
Not speaking for myself.
Right. I mean, no, that was incredible work. And you have like you actually have a style, like you have your own style of animation, which was great to see. Actually, I'm going to be enlisting your services later when I have more money for the Marvel Star Wars parody that I'm going to do.
Wait, what?
What?
Just dropping. Mr. Waff never knows all my plans. Later, someday down the line, I want to do a Star Wars Marvel parody where like marbles like have the lightsabers and like hey, Force Marble. That didn't make any sense.
Nani?
But you get the idea. And like so, it's gonna be like Star Wars, and they're gonna be like Marble Sith and stuff, and like is gonna like I'm gonna have someone help me write the story for that at some point. But like I would actually pay you to do those animations.
How long would that video be?
Oh, it's gonna be like no, I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be like a whole season. It'll be a shorter video. It'd be like a 15 minutes or something.
15 minutes. That would take.
That's a lot of work.
That's a.
The one that I did, like the clips together, it was all like 22 minutes or something. Like, and that was.
Well, like
that was
money talks, right? So I mean, we'll work that out when I have the money.
I do $20 an hour.
I won't pay by the hour because then you could just say you worked every hour of every day and wait 5 months. So I know the tricks, okay? Don't try to trick me. But I would pay you a lot for that if I was able to work out that script and work out that idea, because I think that would be so cool.
I would only do that if you actually paid me my full
no,
requested
I'd pay
price.
A lot for that. Because I wouldn't actually do that until I had the money for it. Like we'd be talking like serious money. So
all right.
Anyway, guys, look forward about a couple years between Marble. You know, when we get closer to MarbleCon, you'll see Revenge of the Limers.
Revenge of the Limers?
I'm not sure I would animate that.
You're gonna do the duel, like what's the battle of the heroes, like between Anakin and Obi-Wan, but it's like
no, and like the Savage Speeders would be like Darth Maul, because I love Darth Maul. Darth Maul, low key though, like he was just an interesting guy. Like he definitely had some like problems, but he never he was always like. He didn't really like care about the whole thing between Jedi and Sith. He was more just like, himself.
I don't know if that was the case at the beginning, but
I agree with that. Though. Like I said, I agree with myself. I believe that.
Anyways, this is not the Star Wars podcast. But like you just dropped a bombshell on me.
Rangers is Jar Jar Binks. No,
that's
no.
The worst character, the worst Marvel would have to be Jar Jar Binks.
No, Momo would be Jar Jar Binks, because Momo is like crazy. Like, how does the name of a dumpling in Marble Sports? Just like how is Jar Jar Binks actually helpful?
Brendan, are you ready to die?
No. Do you think Representative Binks is not a good senator?
Okay, actually, you're the first. You know what? My opinion of you has gone up. I thought you were talking about Jar Jar in a more negative light, but yeah, Jar Jar was a good politician. All right, he convinced everybody.
I love Representative Wasn't it? And I love the one episode with Mace Windu, and they traveled to the one world with like the.
Is this part going to be kept in, or
it probably is?
Oh, it's
anyways,
it is.
Back to the podcast, please. Like we got okay, Brendan. We gotta stay on track here. Let's get back to Marvels here.
Yeah, I can't really talk about Star Wars. I don't know very much about
oh.
it.
Well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when we do the animated thing. Look out for that in like 3 years, guys. But like, actually, if I can pull that off, guys, I'm gonna do it.
That's gonna be the most interesting thing I've ever seen. I've never.
But couldn't you see it? Like marbles having little sabers.
I was willing to watch VeggieTales, and they don't have arms, so you know what?
Hey, VeggieTales low key was like the best thing though, because like
Heck
there's like
yeah.
little vegetables and they were like bouncing around.
Anyways, let's move on to the trivia segment.
Trivia segment, time for trivia music.
Trivia segment.
Piney's confused. We didn't tell her.
Don't worry about it. Brendan just started something. I don't know if I started it or Brendan started it, but we just started. We don't have a theme for the trivia segment, so we just make up something new every time.
I didn't even know there was supposed to be a theme.
There's not supposed to be. It's just that we want one eventually. What?
Trivia.
Okay.
Ask a question. Just ask a question. Somebody ask a
Oh, that
question.
hurt. Okay. Anyway, I guess I'll start us off. So, in honor of the Savage Speeders highlight video. The final event of 2016. What was the marble that won them the final event?
When am I allowed to say?
You if you want, you can keep it to yourself and like say that you're ready to speak.
No. Like you're on the podcast, so you like give a guess,
Oh.
and then but you don't say like, oh, I know it. You just give a guess, and then we'll say the answer.
I feel like I know it. I'm not
just
sure
so-
though.
Okay.
That's why it's the trivia segment. That's pretty much the whole time. We feel like we know it, but we're not sure. Rapidly, I'm gonna go with because he
I think
goes
Speedy.
fast. Speedy. I'm gonna go with rapidly.
Yeah, so are you going? Are you sticking with
Rapidly? Yes.
Okay. The answer is Speedy. Yes.
Aw,
It was
that
easy,
was unfortunate.
but like, I mean, it's like, it was Speedy. Yeah. So in our live chat, a lot of people kept saying Speed instead of Speedy, and so technically speaking, they're wrong. But like, they're right. I know what they're trying to say. And it's an easy question, yeah, but like, I couldn't think of anything, and it was to honor the Savage Speeders' first victory. Anyway, okay, so let's move on. Who wants to go next?
Currently, I'm trying to click shift and then with my other finger click the question mark button. Sorry, I got it. Sorry. I'll go next. Don't ask why I had to do that. I have 2 questions, so I'll go, and then Piney will go, and then I'll go again. First one is because I'm gonna save S-Man's awesome question for last. First, we have a new submission from a new live chat joiner. He says, "What was the worst points-wise qualifiers performance ever? Showdown counts."
Oh, Showdown counts.
I actually don't know this either.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna assume Showdown.
If Showdown, did they say Showdown counts?
This is the frickin' Limers, isn't it?
Yeah, because if Showdown counts, it's Limers easy. They
I was
only
gonna
get
say
2
that
points.
too.
points. And that's a shame.
And that's what I would have
I
guessed.
guess
I
I'm
don't
gonna-
actually know.
I'm gonna go with Limers, but like I feel like there could have been qualifiers back in the old days where like literally someone got 0 points.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
maybe like Team Primary has done really badly.
Or like like the friggin' like golden orbs or something.
Akanon pointed out something. The Savage Speeders' names were changed. So it used to be Speedy was
yeah.
Speed, Rapidity was
Yeah,
is now Rapidly.
I knew that.
Swiftness is Swifty. So I forgot that their names were changed. It's been
Yeah,
so,
but
can
it's
we- why don't we
canonically
mention the
it's the
creativity-
same
wait.
marbles.
Canonically, did you
marble.
say canonically and marble sports? What? What's canonically? I know what the word means. I'm just saying like it's funny that we would say that now. But like I was gonna say, think about the creativity of the Raspberry Racers names: Rizzy, Rezzy, Razzy, Rosie. Like I love that. Anyway,
Wispy, Waspy, Wespy. That's worse.
it's arguably the same, but it's kind of funny.
Those sound
I love
those
that's
sound
one of the
less
things that
like
kept
names
me there.
though.
That's one of the things that kept me like in the series. Like I would see the Marble team names and be like, really? Did he literally just like use a different vowel every time? Like, is that what he actually did to name these things?
A vowel?
Like a guy who makes this professional content. I'm talking like stuff that looks better than ESPN content. He literally named his marbles by changing a vowel each time. That's insane. I love that so much. Anyway, the answer to a question, worst qualifiers performance, we're going Limers. It is, wow, Rojo Rollers 2017 with only 4 points.
Wait, I thought Limers got 2 in Showdown.
They got 3 in the first. They got 2 or 3 in the first 3 events, but the fourth one they actually did.
Qualifier.
that's right.
If it's qualifiers, they don't qualify for the showdown. So
No,
qualifiers.
but, like, the showdown qualifies you for the
So
Yeah.
it would have had to be the main for the main league, and I think primary was last in 2019.
the Rojo Rollers.
He was Roller Rollers though. With that's crazy.
Yeah, that's like the answer. 2017, 4 points.
wow.
Yeah. Wow, a lot of rolling. And that's my one question. So, Piney, why don't you ask yours?
Okay, this is for Marble Rally. So, which 2 of the main league competitors had the most DNFs? It's the same number, so it's not like ranking or anything.
Which of the 2?
Which 2 had the most DNFs?
That's a very, very good question.
And by main league, do you mean like here since the beginning, or is like who's competed?
No,
a
this
lot?
season.
Oh, this season. Oh, I'm pretty
Sorry.
sure it was Black.
I wrote this down and I didn't write what year.
I'm pretty sure it was Black Knight. Like,
Wait.
I'm pretty sure.
Like, I couldn't go
Messenger.
back and count all of that.
Oh, Black Knight. Yeah. I actually would go Black Knight too on this. I would.
Like Black
go
Knight had 3 DNFs in the first 4 events.
Yeah, I would go Black Knight actually. And no, he did it again too. I think he.
Yeah, he had more. I'm saying like I remember.
I'd go Black Knight. I go Black Knight or H2 Blue. I'd say.
Well, it was 2 options. Yeah, 2 answers because they tied.
Oh, I'll go Black Knight and H2 Blue.
Same.
Well, that's right.
Hey.
What? No way. That's crazy. Wow. That is actually insane. Because I just remember Black Knight doing like 3 times in a row, and then H2 Blue. I remember I thought about Sand Marble Rally in my head, and I just remember episodes I watched where Greg Woods is like, oh, an H2 Blue got caught up, and I was like, okay, let's just
they
go
both
with that.
DNF'd 3 times.
That is insane. Like, you probably think we actually know about the sport. That's
I mean, I knew the Black Knight thing.
Yeah, but everybody did, dude.
I
even,
didn't.
like,
Before rewatching,
You do the
not before
animation, it's fine.
rewatching it. I'm an H2 Blue fan though.
Oh, okay.
Low key though, H2 Blue is like pretty water based.
Yeah, and
That's low key my statement.
All right.
okay, boomer.
So wow. Don't say
Then
say that ever again.
explain how Marbly McMarbleface also did horrible.
That always made me laugh. Marbly McMarble.
That one's my other
Actually, I
favorite.
like
Because of the name.
I like Marbly McMarble. I really don't like Cool Moody. I have to be honest.
I
Just while we're
don't
on the
care
topic.
about him anymore.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he came, I hated him. I'm sorry. And I know there's gonna be some live. I didn't look at the live chat. Let me look at the live chat. There's gonna be some Cool Moody fans. I haven't seen anything yet. But Cool Moody, I swear, no, absolutely not. Oh, last question, and then we can begin. What are we at right now? 49. We can begin to wrap up. And the after this final question from S-Man. This is a great one. I can't believe we haven't circled back to this one eventually. But the question is, what day was the Marble Olympics founded? It's a great question.
Wait,
I don't know
what
this.
year it was founded?
What day? I'm going to just to get a little clarification. S-Man, I'm going to assume, do you mean what day was the first video posted, or the what day was it somehow the day that the first idea was conceived? Yeah, what day did the first event? Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
I think I checked a long time ago. The Yellow's Marble Runs channel isn't archived on the Internet Archive, so I couldn't. There's no way to actually check.
Oh yeah, that date is technically kind of lost.
Well, the web archive, the way it works is it takes a snapshot of all the data on that page, so you can watch an old YouTube video that's not there anymore if it was archived.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if the channel was archived like the old channel before it got deleted, you could still view it on that website, but it's not there anymore because no one ever did it. It was too niche.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But like that's a tough date to think. I'm gonna say, let me think about it this way, because like 2018 was a winter, so 2017 was a summer, and because 2017 was a summer, it's probably because it took them longer, which means that 2016 probably wasn't a summer as well, probably was a spring or a winter. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna try to guess the month. I'm gonna go. I don't think it was a. No, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go with April.
I was also gonna say
2016 was summer. Then no. I'm gonna go with June 7th, 2016. That's gonna be my guess. Let's see how close I am.
I would think it'd be like they'd line it up like actual Olympics like during the summer period. So it would be. I was thinking May 23rd.
May 23rd. I don't know. That might have been it. I mean, I guess it's considered the summer, right?
Yeah.
My mom literally heard me say June 7th, 2016, and then she's like, better not be planning anything for that day. You're graduating on that day. I'm a senior, but like that's funny, cause
Gonna go back in
that's
time to
when MarbleCon
graduate.
is. Yeah, well, yeah, all the way back there. No,
What
I think
about
you just
Piney?
heard the June 7th part.
Do you have a guess, Piney?
No.
Like this.
I
you have
I,
patience?
I had guessed April, but then S-Man says no one's close, so
Oh really?
so I
fine,
have no
get-
idea what other month it would be. I thought it was spring.
Fine. If no one's
but-
close, then I'll just maybe I'll throw out a new answer. Okay, I'm gonna say September 18th.
I'm gonna go with August 4th, 2016, and that's my final answer.
September 18th
And
is mine.
and don't say if we're close or not until everyone's answered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
August 4th. Anybody else? So we can get the answer here. August 23rd.
He's just saying rip. Let's just get
Wow.
rip the band-aid off. September 18th. That's what I said. Just
All right.
check the spoiler.
Oh, right. This is on my. Sorry, I was waiting for him to type the answer, but it's on this. I have to click the spoiler thing. Sorry. August. Oh, I was so close. August 5th. I said August 4th. Oh, that's why I said rip probably.
Okay, you know you're close, so I'll give it.
That's insane.
There's no way anybody
That's
was gonna
insane.
get that. That was
If I only said 5 instead of 4, though.
that was the strangest. That's probably okay, Brendan. I know I got a lot of flack for my marble thing, but you gotta admit this is something you can't even fact check anymore.
No, but like it was kind of a more relevant question because marble.
It's
Olympic
more
team count is
relevant,
way more
but you
important
can't
than
check the answer.
Your marble in the stands of like 11,000. By the way, more marbles in the JMR stands than in Madison Square Garden can fit people, so that's kind of crazy.
That is true. All right, interesting factoid. I suppose, S-Man, you challenged us with something that I couldn't have possibly known. But I mean, okay, I didn't have a good question that, like, what, episode 11? I don't freaking know when it happened. Anyways, that's our trivia segment for this episode.
Great outro. Yeah.
Very succinct.
Yeah. Anyways, we gotta wrap it up here. I think we're what are we at 55? That's good. Yeah. But it was great to have you on today, Piney. Talk a little bit about your side of the marble world.
Kind of. Went off a few
and-
times.
Yeah.
But you know what? I am serious. Star Wars marble parody coming soon to theaters. near you.
Theaters.
The theaters.
Sorry.
Theaters
I'm
now.
sorry. I shouldn't go that far. Yeah. Okay. But Piney will be lead animator in that situation. So anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap up here. So we'll see you next week, and hopefully episode 31, which is the last one, will come out soon too, because that's still not out. So see y'all next week.